and welcome back to TMI Tuesday. For those of you new to my channel, TMI stands for Too Much Information, and this is a video segment where I answer your questions. So all the questions that I had in my previous TMI video in the comment section, I will go through them and try and answer as many as possible. By the time you're watching this, I will be in Indonesia, so if I'm not answering back as much as I usually do on social media, that is why. Let's jump into these questions. Courtney Mulligan asks, how tall am I? I am 5'6.5". Myra Maya asks, would I like to come to Brazil one day? I would love to go to Brazil. It is like one of the next things that I really want to do. I want to go for Carnival. I want to have an amazing costume. I already have it all planned out. I want V Love Couture to make it, and I want it to be like bedazzled with like feathers and hot pants, and it's gonna be amazing. But I would love to come. I just don't know when, but I will, I promise. Felicia Fabrice asks, how do I travel so much? Traveling is exceptionally important to me, and it is something that I prioritize for. So you budget for it, you make it happen. And if that's something that you genuinely want to do, go make it happen. I definitely do travel a lot just because of circumstance, my family being in Canada and myself living in Australia, and friends living other places in the world, so I do have a lot of traveling that is kind of necessity based, but all the rest of it, I just want to travel and I want to spend as much time as I can traveling and adventuring and going to new places. Honestly, I would adore having my own travel show. I think it would be amazing. For now, I have my vlog channel, so check that out if you haven't seen my travel videos. If traveling is something that you love, make it a priority. Go and do it. Samantha Carrot asks, would I ever get another dog for Lola to play with? That's definitely something that we thought about, but for right now, it's not really a great idea. It's already hard enough that we'll be moving back over to Canada and we have to import Lola back into Canada, and it costs a ton of money, and for the amount that we travel, it just wouldn't make sense to have another dog because it would just be too costly, too much, and it honestly wouldn't be fair. I would eventually like to possibly do that, but probably not until I get back to Canada. Krista Natalie asks, have I seen any kangaroos in Australia? Yes, I have. I haven't seen the really big red ones, but I've seen like the smaller to medium-sized ones, and I actually fed them, and it was really fun. Ariana Rowland asks, did I ever watch Gossip Girl? Yes, I did, and I totally guessed who Gossip Girl was like way before they even announced it. I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but I did like the series. I thought that it got a little bit old at the end because they're kind of dragging it on. I don't know, I thought it was good for what it was. Natalie Brown asks, what age would I recommend my own YouTube channel for? I make videos for people around my age groups, so late teenagers to 20s to early 30s. I think that people need that. People need women that act like women on YouTube. People don't need women that censor themselves and just act like they're 13. That's never ever been the aim of my channel. I think that that is fine and dandy if that's what you want to do, but that is not at all true to who I am, and that's not what I do. So probably marketed to someone around my own age, which is great because that is my demographic, so it's working out. Rahonda Witz asks, do I play any sports? Yes, I play drop-in ice hockey, and I also am going to be starting netball. And for those of you who don't know what netball is, I don't really even know what netball is, but my girlfriend Brooke said that I'm joining their netball team and I have no idea what to do. I'm assuming it's kind of like basketball, but there's like a lot more rules of like who can shoot it and where you can shoot it from, and I don't think that you can like travel with the ball. I think that you can run and then grab the ball and then you have to pass the ball right away. So I really need to learn the rules because I think I'm starting that come March. So we shall see, but it'll be a lot of fun. I also sometimes play like five-a-side soccer, drop-in soccer and stuff like that. But I really do miss playing like strict team sports and like full-on being immersed in it. But as an adult, it's just really hard to do that. So drop-in sports or once weekly sports are kind of more my thing now. I think this is how you pronounce your name, but Elk Wells Winkle is asking, who is my celebrity crush and why? This is gonna be so unoriginal, but I love Ryan Gosling. I think that he is absolutely adorable. And I like Ryan Reynolds, the Ryans. They're good Ryans. I also love Paul Rudd. I think that he is hilarious and super sexy and really pretty, and I like Bradley Cooper. I don't know why, but I do like Bradley Cooper. And why do I like them? Because they're sexy. And a lot of them are quite funny, so I guess that too. Taco in Florida 002 is asking, if I could bring to life any character from any book, what would it be? Without even a slight doubt, it would be Harry Potter and everybody from the Harry Potter series. I am still under complete denial that Hogwarts doesn't exist. Personally, I think that it does, and I'm just not lucky enough to be a witch or wizard. I'm in love with it. I think that that series is phenomenal, and to be friends with the characters would just be like, it's my childhood and adult dream. It's my lifelong dream, really. I guess that, yeah, it's embarrassing, but that's it. Cute Princess 441 asks, how do I make friends? It is increasingly hard to make friends as an adult. I am right there with you, sister. It is pretty hard. I started YouTube because I was lonely, because I couldn't meet people, because I am such a homebody. Lots of people go, oh, you go out all the time. I really actually don't. The funny thing is, the only times when I do go out, that's when I'm taking photos, that's when I'm vlogging, that's when I, make it look like I'm really doing something. The other 99.9% of the time, I am at home with Glenn and Lola, either watching a movie, chilling out, watching a TV series, doing that kind of stuff. The only reason why I've kind of made friends as an adult in Australia is generally through Glenn, just friends of his that have now become friends of mine, and the only other person I guess I've kind of went out on a limb to be friends with was Sheridan, and I kind of stalked the shit out of her, which is kind of embarrassing when you look at it like that, but she was a kind of social media internet figure and I really admired her, and I ended up being in the Bras and Things model search, and when I was in it she was doing the judging, and so I went up and introduced myself, and then we started hanging out, and then we started working on the same movie, and then we became best friends and moved 5 minutes from each other. So yeah, I don't know, it is very hard to meet people as an adult. I would definitely recommend try meeting people in activities that you like to do. So like if you do sports, or if you like reading, join a book club, or just put yourself out there, because if you don't put yourself out there, then you probably aren't going to meet anybody. So if it's important to you, go make it happen. A lot of your TMI questions that I'm scrolling through are talking about Orange is the New Black, and I am 1 episode away from finishing. I am pretty much heartbroken, and I've been putting it off for like a week watching the last one because I just don't want it to end just yet. I love it. If you haven't seen it, it's a Netflix series and it's phenomenal. It's about a women's prison. You need to go watch it. Basically, I've been raving about it for like the past couple of TMI Tuesdays. If you don't have Netflix, hop on netflix.com/Karissa. You'll get a free month. But yeah, it's amazing and I don't want it to end. So, what else? You guys are also talking about Breaking Bad. I still haven't started that. I just finished watching Entourage last week and I'm kind of sad that that's over and done with. I am in love with the character Ari Gold. I think that he is phenomenal. Jerry Piven, the actor, is like, he's just too good to be true. He actually direct messaged me on Twitter once and I almost peed myself. It was pretty cool. Carol Phillip is asking, what do I usually wear when I'm running errands or running around the house? Generally some type of workout wear, and if I'm running around the house, I am either in underwear and or not wearing anything. I don't really, it's really hot here and I don't know, I'm in my own home, who cares? But yeah, when I go out, I just wear something really, really simple, chuck it on and go. Loud, it's hot. Can you guys hear the rain in my video? It has been pouring the last couple of days. It is not very nice. I actually was looking at the weather forecast for Jakarta and apparently it is going to be like 32 degrees Celsius and raining the entire time that I'm there. I hate humidity and that is just going to be like the bane of my existence. Tatty Boots is asking, for somebody who's never been into sports, what's easier to learn, snowboarding or skiing? Skiing would definitely be easier to learn as like a one-off type thing because pretty much anybody can get up and go down the hill, straight down the hill on skis. I mean, you're gonna fall over probably a couple times, but it's not gonna be impossible. Snowboarding is definitely harder to learn, but it's much easier to master, I think. To master skiing or to actually become a good skier, it's really hard, like full on learning how to carve, learning how to turn, properly learning how to navigate throughout obstacles on the hill. I think that to actually be a good skier, it would be much more difficult to do that. But if you're just going once and you need to, pick one of the two, probably go skiing because you'll stand up quicker. Snowboarding, the first couple of days, if you're not very coordinated, is going to be hell. You're probably going to fall, your wrists are going to hurt, your ass is going to hurt. But once you get over the learning curve of kind of balance and learning how your core kind of operates the board and how to kind of do everything at once. As soon as you get that, as soon as that clicks in your brain, it is the easiest thing in the world and you'll progress and you'll be able to do really, really well quite quickly. So if you have about a week to learn, I'd say go snowboarding. If you're only going once or twice, hop on a pair of skis because at least you'll get down to the bottom of the hill and back up again and down again. You might not have any skill, but at least you'll be able to do it. Scarlett Geist is asking for me to describe my perfect day. That's a really hard question because there's so many different perfect day scenarios for me. It depends on who I'm with and what kind of day it is or where I am in the world, and there isn't really a perfect thing. I mean, I find so many different things so wonderful. For me, a really, really fantastic day would be being on a ski hill and kicking ass and beating Glenn down the hill on my snowboard and having a bluebird day with a foot of powder, or being on the beach with my family and my dad making pyramid sandcastles and having an amazing time with Lola running around. And on a rainy day, I love reading books and drinking hot chocolate and snuggling up in a blanket, and it completely depends on a lot of factors. So there is no one perfect day for me. So my camera battery died, and it's been about 30 minutes since I was filming last, and I found a little friend. You wanna come say hello? Hello, hello, hello! Lola wanted to say hi. Say hello. She got stung by something probably a week and a half ago now, and her entire face was like huge and swollen. We had to take her to the emergency vet, and she had to get an antihistamine shot. It was terrible. So I'm glad that she's back to normal, but she's been such a sook the past couple of days, so we've been snuggling lots, haven't we, baby? Yeah. You say hi to everybody? Do you want to speak for everybody? Lola, speak. Good girl, Lola, speak. Good girl, you're good at talking, aren't ya? She's pretty smart, I guess. Let's move on to my last question. Okay, for my last question, it is coming from Michaela Wallace, and you're asking, can Glenn and I do a video together soon? Yes, I want to do a video together pretty soon. I'd also like to do a video with my brother, because my brother is coming over to Australia when I come back from Indonesia. We're both in Indonesia, and then he and I fly back. Anyway, to do with Glenn, yes, I want to do a video with Glenn. What would you rather see? I either want to do an updated version of the boyfriend tag, or I want to do a video of me doing his makeup, because that'll be hilarious. Or would you rather see just like a random tag, like the 1, 2, 3 tag or something like that? Or all of them? I don't know. What do you guys want? Let me know alongside your question for next week's TMI. And that brings me to the very end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget that I am on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and I'd love to see you there. All my links are always down below in the description box, so go and check that out. I think that's everything. I love you guys, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye! Say goodbye! Say goodbye! Say goodbye!